Hello, hello, and welcome to Coast. I'm your Auntie Collins. Over here is JPJ. It is Sunday morning, the 19th of July. Get in your super chats, get in, maybe your humper chats. I can't log into that. It's Sunday. Hey, JPJ. Good
Hi.
morning.
Hello. Good
Clown over
morning.
here saying 4 more minutes and we all get free pizza.
Wait, why? Who's getting? Why do we have free pizza?
Because it is technically 13 past the hour.
Oh, got it. Got it.
And oh my god, Tucker! I'm still dog sitting, so there's been some delays. Tucker, hey, we are not jumping into my lap. You are so large and fat. I can't have you do this. And Penny is right here. Guys, this is crazy. So, right now, there is a dog that is 30-ish pounds trying to jump into my lap. All the while, my geriatric dog, Penny Lane, is laying right underneath him. He does not care. Okay, Tucker, leave. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Get out of here. All right.
Wow.
Wow. Good morning.
Good morning.
Appreciate all of you being here. Thank you guys so much for being here, even during the 24-hour stream. I know that you were missing because you had real life things that you were doing, and you know, I could have used you at 1 a.m. my time.
Listen,
4 a.m. your time.
Listen, I desperately wanted to be a part of that. What a great thing Jeremy did, and everybody who joined him, including Tony Khan for that last hour, which was a great time. If you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. It was very, very cool. But Jeremy's the best. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times in real life as well. He's the best. That was a great thing he did, raising money for NAMI and everybody that showed up and showed out. I was upset that I couldn't be a part of it, even for a little bit, because the shoot job and all the fun stuff that us humans have to do on a daily basis. But just an awesome thing that happened, just with everybody in Fightful, but Jeremy leading the charge. That was a good time.
Yes. Well, we have a lot to cover. You guys see the title talking about NXT call-ups. However, we always start our Sunday morning show talking about baseball.
I mean, listen, my Red Sox might never lose a game ever again. I think they might happen. I think they just might win the rest of the way. Yeah, they're never going to lose. 12-game winning streak.
So it was worth it to fire all those people.
No, I still refuse to believe in anything that's occurring currently. It's been a fun. Look it. It's been a good month. It's been a fun few weeks. I do feel like at least we have a baseball summer back here, because they were so dreadfully bad early on that it felt like the season was over. In May.
Yeah.
But now at least, like, if the season ended today, they would be in the playoffs. That's how crazy. They've won 20 out of 25. They've won 15 out of 17. They've won 12 games in a row. They swept the Yankees. They swept the Angels. They swept the White Sox. They had a all-star little break in between where a couple of our players, Wilson Contreras, looked great in the home run derby. The home run derby was awesome. That new format they had was awesome. And I just thought the derby was great. And as much as I hate the Philadelphia sports fan base, because they are the trash of all trash when it comes to sports fans, those fans in Philly made the home run derby on Monday night. Them really pulling for Schwarber and booing Contreras and booing Walker. That just added to – that was like the best home run derby in a decade or so.
I thought it was really fun. I mean, I'm a little partial to last year because of who won.
Yeah. Sure.
But, knowing that there was not a Mariner in sight for the home run derby, which is very strange. So it was fun just experiencing it, having it on. I was a little bit confused by the new format, but I didn't hate it.
I
But
thought it was way better than the clock. Like the home run derby, at least for me, the thing that was missing, I didn't dislike the clock, like the home run derby clock when they had that. But the thing about the home run derby that makes the home run derby for me is mesmerizing the home runs. If somebody hits a 500-foot bomb, I want to hear the crowd. Like I want, but the clock was so. It was like they would hit a home run, but then you had to go right back because they were throwing because you had a clock. So you didn't get to mesmerize and do the oohs and ahs at these bombs that we're seeing. I thought this was kind of a good in-between where you don't have 10 outs where this could last an hour. You only have swings, but we got to mesmerize the bombs and like the real home runs and like the momentum and we got to hear more reactions from the commentators and the crowd and see the reactions of the other players watching from the side. Like, I just thought that part of it had been missing for a while.
For those who don't know, they did replace that time clock to that swing-based format. And if a player hits a home run on their last final swing, they continue swinging until they fail.
Correct. I mean, that's how Jordan Walker won.
So that's how Jordan Walker did win.
Yeah.
Kind of really exciting when that was happening because
it
felt a little scripted, but obviously, like, how can you script that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just really fun to watch.
And then at the end, he sent all the Philadelphia fans home sad, which was the best part of it all. At a home run derby, they were like, "Oh, yeah, your guy." Even though I love Kyle Schwarber, one of my favorite players in the league, but like, yeah,
all right,
it was a good time. And the All-Star game was kind of a dud. It's kind of a boring game, but like, regardless of that, like, yeah. And then again, the Red Sox, they come back out of the thing and they're still rolling, man. If they win today, it'll be a 4-game sweep of the Rays, who are in first place, best record in the American League. And it's the way they're winning. Going into yesterday's game, we were the only team in Major League Baseball that had not won a game when we were trailing by 3 runs at any point this season. We were 0-34. That tells you how bad we are. And we actually came back and won that game yesterday. Wilyer Abreu hit 2 home runs yesterday. He hit 2 home runs the day before. Insane. They came back from 3 different deficits to win that game. And it's like, they're pulling guys. They have this guy that we picked up like 4 days ago playing in left field because we got injuries everywhere. And he hits a 2-run bomb to tie the game in like the third. It's like we got picking up guys off the street that are getting big hits. Incredible.
Crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah, definitely the Red Sox in the last 10 games are the only team to not have a loss. My Mariners came back from the All-Star break and they lost.
Yeah.
I mean, they won the game yesterday, which was like, yay, finally.
Yeah.
But they're playing the Giants. But it was just so frustrating to watch Friday's game. And I was also a little bit delusional because I had worked and streamed more hours than I had slept on Friday.
Fair
and I go to watch this game on Friday and they lost 7-0. No runs at all.
Yeah. That's
and
embarrassing.
It's to the Giants. And that is my husband. My husband is not feeling well. The Giants in their league, in the National League West, not doing great.
No, the Giants suck.
So for them to be losing, I mean, the Giants are 20 games back from the Dodgers, which like the Dodgers I feel like are a shoo-in at this point, as they seem to be every year.
Yeah, I mean, when you pay $1 billion for your players, I mean, that's pretty much how that works. That's how that works.
Ain't that crazy?
So, they're not paying them $1 billion now, though, because every contract they sign with the player, they have to pay them 10 years from now, so they can just get everybody for some fucking reason.
Okay,
so,
can I ask you, do you watch a lot of YouTube videos?
I would say yes, but I mean, probably not compared to most.
So I have YouTube Premium on mine, so I don't really see any ads, but my husband doesn't, and we've been getting a lot of ads, I guess, for capping the salaries
Well,
for MLB.
they're not gonna. There's gonna be a lockout next year. They're not gonna play.
Correct. So
and it's based on that because the owners want a salary cap, and the players are absolutely never going to agree to a salary cap.
Right.
So even though baseball I feel like over the last 3 to 5 years has like gotten better and a more enjoyable watching experience, they just had the highest rated World Series last year for like ever, or like the last long time. They have momentum, and the sport is kind of becoming popular again. And now they're not going to play next year, and all the goodwill that they have just bought back is going to go right down the fucking shitter because it's Major League Baseball, and they can't do anything to help themselves fucking ever.
How do you really feel about it?
It's my favorite sport, and it's run by the dumbest motherfuckers in the history of Earth.
Yeah, 11 minutes in, and we're already throwing motherfuckers in.
Sorry, that's it. I'm not going to get that angry about the wrestling, I promise. But like, I've
never seen an ad that supports capping salaries, and that's when it was a little bit daunting that it was like every other ad. And I don't watch like a lot of baseball on YouTube. I usually reserve a lot of my side hobbies or wrestling content on YouTube. So it was just interesting that, every other video seemed to be, something related to baseball over here. Sorry, my Ring camera is going off, and it's because my husband is in the living room. But
got it.
Yeah, baseball, fun week for Home Run Derby. But some trade things happened that didn't really benefit the Mariners at this point.
What, have you made a trade? Have you traded?
No. So there was rumors. This is what I was half listening to the radio, but there were rumors about things. And then they missed whatever deadline there was. So
okay, that's fair, I guess.
Whatever they were trying to do.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say August 3rd is the trade deadline, so there's like 6 weeks or so, or 3 weeks or so till
3 weeks.
Yeah, right. Today's what, 19th? It goes to August 3rd. 2 weeks? Is that 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's like 2 weeks. Oh my God, August is in 2 weeks, y'all.
Yeah, which I hate that they moved it. The trade deadline my whole life was July 31st.
I always thought it was July 31st.
4 p.m. July 31st. 4 p.m. Eastern was the trade deadline. It's always been that way. Why is it August 3rd now?
I don't know. Why do they want to cap salary?
Well, they want to cap salaries because the billionaire owners.
Yeah.
See, and this is where I don't really shit on the Dodgers as much as I feel like the rest of the Major League Baseball fan base is shit. You have a bomb going off in there? What the hell's going on? What's the beeps? Jeez, do they know we have a show? Do they know we have a show? Does anybody know we have a show?
We need to so inside baseball over here, y'all. Sometimes smart houses, they have like smart
you have a smart house?
Yeah, it's kind of smart house. I don't know. There's things
there's a lot of tech in there.
Yeah. But the front door started like beeping, and I think a battery needs to be changed in the door. So I've been
Is that like a sensory thing? Like it beeps when there's somebody approaching, or is it?
No, it just has an interface that like you can, put things into.
Got it.
But I've been trying to use it, and sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it does. But also, something that the people's house that this is didn't factor in that the sun rises on that side, so the sun is hitting it, and which is causing it to malfunction. So
that's not good.
I'm thinking.
That's not good. That can't be good.
Have to figure things out. It's just been beeping a lot. So I don't know what's going on. That's not my job or my concern. But Just know that if you try to come on our property,
I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't. It sounded like a bomb from a movie.
No,
like it sounded like it was like
it's the door.
a countdown.
It's the door. That's not.
I was like, is that a countdown to something bad?
Yeah,
What's
this is
going
a countdown. The final
countdown.
Countdown. Wait, this show does not have the budget for that.
No,
we have absolutely no budget.
Not at all.
But we can't be playing around.
So do you think, all right, so trade deadline, we're talking about trade deadline.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys like
we need pitching?
But are you guys
it's so bad?
But you usually have you have young, great pitchers.
They're young, but they are inexperienced, so that when they're hitting, a majority of people, depending on where their box is fine. But it seems like they are not able to get a right-handed pitchers, which seems to be interesting. There's a lot of lefties.
I mean, my whole team is basically lefties pitchers. Like we literally like Sonny Gray is like basically our only righty.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But so do you think they're going to be buying at the trade deadline, or are they already so far out that they'll be selling? Like, what do you think your team's going to do? Are they going to sell because they're not going to win, or are they going to try to buy and try to make a run?
Here's my problem is that at the start of the season, there was legitimate, like, oh, we could go to the World Series.
Yeah, of course. You were in the ALCS last year, Right.
But for some reason, like I'm reading this report over here, Seattle has refrained from dipping into its stock of controllable starting pitchers to improve other areas of the roster. And that is our problem right now, is that we really only have like 2 good starting pitchers.
Where did they all go, though? You have Gilbert, you have Brian Wu, you got Castillo, you got the other young guy that I'm drawing a blank on his name.
There's George Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby.
Miller, I don't remember his last name.
Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller. I
haven't been impressed with him.
And then you have Gilbert, Wu, and Castillo. That's a good. Last year, that carried you last year.
But how come they're carrying last year, and this year they seem to be stinking the bed?
Yeah. Your guy that hit 60 home runs. The guy that hit 60 home runs last year also isn't hitting 170. So that probably has something to do with that.
That also has something to do with it.
So hit 60 fucking home runs last year, for crying out loud.
It's just really disappointing that like the Mariners are like, okay, we're open to like being finally like World Series contenders, and they think that they've had everything kind of set up, and it really has been
just an off year, like just a bad year,
weird off year. And I don't think that anyone could have predicted this other than it's like the Mariners curse. It's like we can only have like one sporting team in Seattle doing well, and it was the Seahawks this year. So sorry everyone else. Sorry Sounders. Sorry the Storm. Sorry Kraken is a big disappointment for a lot of us, but that's just my 2 cents over here,
That's fair. Look, I feel like you guys have like it could just be a bad year. It is what it is. Like I feel like at least on the pitching side, I wouldn't be trying to. I mean, maybe trade one of those guys to try to get something, but like I wouldn't be trying to blow anything up or anything if I was over there. Like you guys, those are good young arms. Like those should be fine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
you would think.
Yeah, I don't know, but if you guys want to trade Brian Wu, I mean, let me know. Let me know. The Red Sox need a bat. They don't need pitching. Our pitching is phenomenal, but we need a bat. But like we're in that weird thing where if 2-3 weeks ago, our GM was basically saying like, yeah, we're selling, dude. We're going to be selling. And now all of a sudden we're a playoff team and it's like, okay. And now the fan base is doing that thing where this is why I refuse to believe. But like now the fan base is like, well, we're in the playoffs now. So like we kind of have to buy. Right. And we should be selling some of the young people to go get like a stud. Like they're throwing names, like big names out there. Right. And I refuse to buy in because this is typical. We're going to mention names And then the interest kings, known as the Boston Red Sox, interested in everybody but never get anyone. Crazy how that works every fucking year. The interest kings will be like, oh yeah, we're in on this guy, and then they won't get him. And then we'll either miss the playoffs or get eliminated in a wild card, and we'll be in the same friggin' space we're in. Oh God, I already know it's gonna happen. But anyway, I digress.
We'll be a little crazy getting there, but
yeah. Football soon though, thank God.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like it was just we were just on here doing our little bets.
Yep. Training camp has started. A lot of them. I mean, within the next 3 weeks, like when you get to that second week of August, like preseason is here. Like there'll be games on. So it's bananas, dude. It's bananas.
It is bananas. One day I'll be fully unpacked over here, but that is not this weekend, because guess what we had this weekend here in Shoreline, Seattle area, which is our neighborhood. We had a block party.
Oh, damn. Hell yeah.
So where I live, the entire street was closed.
Okay.
It's closed. And I have been in between dog sitting jobs because I have overlapping things. So I've been going in between things. I heard it was crazy. There were like so many food trucks.
Oh, that's cool.
Dancing, loud music, and all the fun things.
That sounds like a good time.
But because my husband has not been feeling well, we didn't make it out there. He just saw everything going on, but he's not feeling well. So if you are feeling sick, remember, please do not go into crowds. Wear a mask if you can, and rest.
Fair. I would have been like, hey Hubs, I love you, but I'm out. I'm going over there. So, I'm not the one that's sick. You are. Sorry, pal. I'll bring it back something. Yeah. And then I would have been like, all right, let's go. So, but that sounds fun though. Love a good food truck. Yeah. Love a good food truck.
You know, so the pub that's at the end of our street. They have a food truck out there every single night, a different food truck.
Yeah.
They have the menu online, and every Saturday and Sunday they also have an ice cream truck. So not only do they have like a food truck, but they also have an ice cream truck.
Well, that's not that bad.
The other day they had a chicken one. I can't even remember what the chicken place is called, but it was the best chicken sandwiches that I've ever had in my entire life. Like the coleslaw on it was so good. Like the chicken was like nice and deep fried and crispy, and like the bun didn't dissolve when you tried to eat it. You know what I mean? That's like my biggest pet peeve. So just know, since I've moved, my life has been steadily improved. Have the Mariners been doing great? No. But you know what? You know what's great? Wrestling.
Yeah.
And chicken sandwiches.
I mean, yeah, those two things are quite great.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good chicken sandwich. I have a good chicken sandwich. So there used to be a chicken sandwich shop called Mother Cluckers, which tremendous name. They lasted a few years and then they sadly had to go out of business. But we have a couple good chicken places that make they offer like 8 or 9 different types of fried chicken sandwiches, and they have like a rotating one every season, and they have delicious sides. They have like carrots and like they do like a broccoli salad that is incredible.
A broccoli salad.
Yeah, it's like a broccoli crunch salad with like dressing and blue cheese. Oh my god, dude, it's amazing. Bacon. Oh god. Yeah, Mike, it was rather disgusting. But yeah. I actually like the wrestling that happened on the show. The New York Knicks infomercial that was half the show, I didn't really care for. Who gives a shit? They won the championship a month and a half ago. Can we be over it? New York Knicks fans.
It's their entire.
Well, they held on to the last one for 50 years. So you know how they're gonna. We're gonna be hearing about this when they're not doing anything for another 50 years. This is all we're gonna hear about for the rest of our fucking lives. Is how they won the championship in the worst playoff in the history of the league. But anyway.
Okay, before we get into wrestling talk, I need to ask you.
Yeah.
Are you on Jimothy side of the internet?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what Jimothy is?
No.
It is.
Am I
We are
supposed
on
to?
very different sides.
Am I supposed to? Is it a Big Brother? What is it? Reality? What is it? Big Brother's going on. I see a lot of people talking about Big Brother.
So Jimothy is a raccoon.
Oh, wait. I might have seen a picture of young Jimothy.
Yeah, little Jimothy has a spinal condition to where he has a shortened spine.
Oh, so is he like, does he look weird?
He does look weird.
I don't mean that negatively. Weird is not a negative term where I come from. So, you know,
Oh, no. There's too many files here.
I was going to say, there's probably a lot of Jimothy.
No. There's too many files on.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, let me share my screen with you. And then I'll show you.
So is he like close to the ground? Is he like a
No, he's got
guy?
them long legs. He's got them long legs.
But is he scrunched at the top?
Yeah, he's scrunched.
Got it.
Let me show you.
Raccoon's underratedly cute animal.
I absolutely love.
Oh, yeah, that's the only picture there is of Jimothy.
There's lots of pictures of him. Let me show you this post on Instagram.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah. So he looks like when he's running. Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. That's weird.
I need everybody to tell me what you think of Mr. Jimothy. I don't. Here's the thing.
That looks like a haunting creature. That's what that looks like. I'm sure he's a nice fella.
Yes, absolutely. Praise Jimothy. He's gotten shortened spine syndrome. So basically his spine is shortened. So his whole body didn't,
Yeah. Because they're usually, So, I mean, yeah. All right. When he starts running right there, that's a little creepy.
Yeah. Mr. Jimothy. Let's see.
Who named him Jimothy?
I don't know. People in Ballard, I think, because he's from Ballard. But there were people getting Jimothy tattoos.
I mean,
forever on your body.
I think those people need to.
I would get a Jimothy tattoo on my body.
Then look I want everyone to live their best life.
Okay.
But if you're contemplating that, talk to some.
It's a great time to say,
just talk to somebody. And that doesn't have to be, just have a conversation.
Thank you, Peggy. Jimothy has made its way all the way to Canada. Can I just say, though, it's my entire social media feed is just Jimothy content. People seeing early signs, little baby Jimothys, just everything is Jimothy. And
wait, there's more than one?
Allegedly, there's more than one. It's genetic. It's genetic. So,
Got it. So there's just like a slew of raccoons that have this whatever it is.
But our parks department, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, has put out so many different alerts to be like, hey guys, as a reminder, please don't feed raccoons. Please don't allow raccoons into your home. Don't allow them to have access to your garbage. It is always a great idea to secure your garbages. Please don't feed dogs and cats indoors and keep them in at night, or keep dogs and cats indoors, not outdoors, and keep pet food indoors and lock pet doors up at night. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that they have to say this and remind people that wild animals are wild animals.
Yes, but we are literally living in the dumbest time to ever be alive. So, like, just slews of idiots everywhere, just everywhere.
I mean, I'll be frank. Sorry. I attended Dumb Bitch University. Okay, I did. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm smart at all, because I'm not. But at the same time,
I do a lot of stupid shit, but I don't do this kind of stupid shit that, like, I collect pigeons. Like, I've collected a lot of pigeons. I don't keep them. But in
Yeah.
my brain, especially if there's tequila involved, I think that I'm Snow White. Okay?
Speaking of pigeons, R.I.P. to the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2.
Oh, can I tell you?
She passed away this one. A couple days ago.
We weren't allowed to dress up for Halloween for like scary characters, but we
Mhm.
could do like historical figures or like, non-scary. So like one year I was Queen Amidala from Star Wars.
Yeah.
But one year I was the pigeon lady. And can I tell you,
It's a great character in that movie.
how many people got it? They go, "You're the pigeon lady from
Of
Home Alone
course.
2."
Obviously. That it's a great character in that movie. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. But yeah, I don't understand. Okay.
So we had a pet raccoon.
Well, Jesus.
It was a baby
yeah.
who it's obvious like his parents left him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just hanging out.
You should have brought him to like a place.
Okay, well, also I used to live in bumfuck nowhere.
That's fair.
And he lived in a little like crate. We fed him cat food so until he got up his strength, and then
you let him go.
We let him go.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I understand. I don't know. I just feel like nowadays, I don't know how to say this properly, but like when I was growing up, like even in my teens and stuff, like I feel like the people that I was around didn't appreciate animals the way that I feel like the general consensus of people appreciate animals. I don't know. I just see like a lot more like it. Like if I was with my friends and we saw a raccoon, we're not going near the raccoon. We're like, oh, there's a raccoon. Like, can get it out of, you know what I mean? Like, we're going this way. Or like, we'd be like, oh, all right. Like a raccoon. Like, we wouldn't be like, whereas I feel like if I was out in public and there was a raccoon, there would be some form of people that would be like, oh my God, a raccoon, like that type of stuff. And I'd be like, yeah, fucking, who cares? Who cares?
I just think that, you can't take the, you can take me out of the hick. I don't want to say trailer trash. I don't know. I lived in a lot of seedy rural places growing up. You can take me out of there, but you can never take it out of me. So
that's fair.
I can't help it. I used to come home with bullfrogs in my pocket.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's a difference. Again, raccoons were always
pigeons,
but raccoons
spiders
were rabies. It was hey, don't go near a raccoon.
That's true.
They could have rabies. So any animal that could give you something like that, again, I don't.
Diseases didn't exist.
Do I think raccoons look cute? Like when you see a picture of the face, you're like, oh yeah, that thing. If it bites you, you're in the hospital. Fuck that thing. Why are we trying to love a raccoon? No, so get it out of there.
It's a cute trash. Guy. It's just a little guy.
In your trash. It is it's the bottom of the barrel when it comes to that. Okay.
Well, it's just a little guy, and it's a little guy.
But that one looked cute though because he's all deformed.
Yeah, he is a little. He's special.
Oh yeah. What about what Mike said though? Did you see that? You saw that video.
Best advice I ever got was don't do anything you'd want to be caught dead doing. Oh no. I'm trying to pet a wild rat. Oh my God.
Yeah, if you get rabies and all of a sudden you get like some complication, you die because you wanted to fucking pet a raccoon, you're an idiot.
Okay. Did I see the bison?
I hope everybody had to have seen this video.
It's my favorite video. When I need
that poor old man.
The poor old man. Yeah, he was in like critical condition, broke a lot of bones. Yeah. Like that'll never be me. I will always try to befriend something that is friend shaped. I don't think that bisons are friend shaped. You know what I mean?
So that was him. He was with his grandson, right? That's his grandson that was with them. They were allowed to be there. Like they weren't close to the bison. They were a decent distance away. And at that state, that's Yosemite, wasn't it?
Yeah, Yosemite. Mm-hmm.
You're allowed. They were like, it's not like they were doing anything like they weren't encroaching its space. Like they weren't doing anything shady that would have led to that, right? They just said it was like mating season. So the bison were a little bit more, I guess a lot more, this one, aggressive than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what would you have done in that scenario? If that was you and your hubs and you're like, oh, look, there's a bison. And then all of a sudden the bison gets up and just, what do you do? The guy ran around the tree a couple times. Like it looked like he was trying to like save his grandson, like get out of here. Like that guy, was there any way for that guy to avoid that? Would you have,
I've never been in that situation.
There was a car that drove by at one point. Would you have tried to jump on the car?
Mm-hmm.
Because then I think the bison's just going to ram the car.
Yeah, ram the car. I probably would have dropped whatever I was holding to like distract it. Because how good is their vision too if they're that big?
But Peggy, he wasn't near the wild animal. The wild animal got near him. They were at a safe distance from the video that I saw at first. They were distantly far away. Where I think, and again, I've never been to Yosemite, but I think in other areas of Yosemite, you get even closer to some animals than they were to this thing. I just think that was just luckily it was caught on video for all of us to enjoy 100 times. But
so this is what the internet has just told me. If a bison or buffalo charges you, don't outrun it.
Okay, so that was a mistake.
Immediately hide behind a large, sturdy barrier like a tree or a vehicle. If caught in the open, drop to the ground, curl in a tight ball, and protect your head and your neck.
That would have been my thought process. Was he should have just laid on the ground?
Laid on the ground.
Just lay. If the thing's gonna hit you when you're on the, it is what it is. But like, I think that would be a lot. I don't think it's gonna trample you or anything like that. It's just 2 weeks in a row she's talking about the pigeons. It's 2 weeks in a row. I think we're gonna approach the part where every week we're gonna get a pigeon story. There's gonna be a pigeon story from.
I mean, I got one pigeon. One pigeon that only had 1 foot.
Really?
It only had 1 foot. And I tied a string around its foot.
What the hell is that? For what? So you knew what pigeon it was?
On a walk.
So it couldn't fly?
Yeah, couldn't fly.
Do pigeons need both feet to fly?
Don't know.
They have wings.
Don't know.
Okay. I wonder if the feet help them balance.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
But he had one foot. So it was one of those things that like I'm not out nabbing pigeons. You ever try? You go to Boston Square, Quincy Market.
First of all, you don't want street pigeons. You don't want street pigeons.
I was taking parking lot pigeons.
That's nothing. You were taking no. You can't be collecting those pigeons. You need to be. You don't want street pigeons. That's not what you want.
So the last time I went to Quincy Market was probably about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And I am the pigeon whisperer. So there's a picture of me attending a conference and I'm trying to sit there eating my lunch and birds always fuck with me. So.
Well, you had food.
I had food. So it was probably 50 pigeons, seagulls, all the different kinds.
Do you know what the worst thing you can do in that moment is? Give them food. Mm-hmm. But most people feed them.
I had a whole bag of chips.
So then you give them the food and they're like, and they're this girl's giving us food.
Yeah.
She's giving us food. So now we're going to be hanging around with her even more.
So for that whole weekend that I was at this conference, they must have told all of their pigeon friends who I was. Because every time I left our hotel to go to the conference center, there they fucking were. And I'm tossing a little bit of my bread here, whatever, chips here, chips there.
You kept on feeding them?
Yeah. God. And by the end of the conference, there's a picture of me and 50 pigeons. I'm a big sucker. I'm a
You
big
broke
sucker for
every
birds.
rule that every animal thing would tell you what not to do. You did.
You know what? They deserve love and admiration.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen. Whatever. Whatever. I'm cool with it.
Listen,
But
all I'll know is I'll fuck with pigeons. I won't fuck with gators.
no, just no.
Which
Why would you?
means
That's a pigeon ain't gonna eat you whole.
every time I see people that they're like, I'm gonna go fishing in this body of water, this lake, this little whatever. I assume if it says Florida, there's an alligator or crocodile in it.
I mean, now, yes, I would never go in a lake in Florida, ever. That is a legitimate conspiracy theory.
Clown over here saying, oh, what about the conspiracy theory that because you never see baby pigeons, pigeons are actually cameras created by the government? Birds aren't real. I get that. However,
but I also think that pigeons stay in their nests until they are literally adults, ready to go. But yeah, birds aren't real. And they're dinosaurs. And
they are dinosaurs. And
yeah.
Why not? Why not feed a dinosaur?
I mean, yeah, but you would be the one that would be like, oh, there's a velociraptor out there. Let me go give it some food. And everyone would be like, can you not do that? Can you not do that?
Yeah, the other dinosaur I don't fuck with is alligators.
I'm not a huge fan of alligators and crocodiles. I'm not a huge fan of snakes, and I'm not a huge fan of sharks. Those are like the things that but alligators, crocodiles, and snakes for me are like, nope. If any of those could be around me, I'm not going to the thing. I'm just not going to the thing.
I'm assuming where you grew up, there were actually harmful snakes, correct?
Yeah, you would find them in the woods and stuff. But I mean, I grew up, we're in Massachusetts, like New England area. There's not a ton of things. Like if anything, bears were more of a threat than snakes, I would say. But you could find a gnarly snake in the woods or in the fields and things like that every so often. And then you would see my chubby butt running as fast as I could in the other direction. So, but yeah,
yeah. Did I tell you about the how my grandma was fearless against crocodiles and alligators? And there was one time that she wanted to go on a walk by herself in her walker. And I was like, Grandma, you can't go on a walk by yourself. And she goes, watch me. She starts walking and there's just an alligator following her.
Nope. Yeah, but see, here's the thing though. If that alligator wanted, that alligator could outrun your grandma.
Absolutely. What is she going to do?
She would be, there was nothing she can do. That would have been the end of her life.
Although I'm pretty sure my grandma, Lord bless her soul, she didn't die by alligators, but she probably would have tried to stab it in the eye.
I mean, you got to do something. Got to figure it out. That thing's got a clamp on you. You got to figure out something to do. But yeah, like one time I was in Florida for a wedding, and I was golfing. I got a round of golf in the morning, and I hit my ball into an area of the golf course, and there was a gator within not close, but within probably 75 yards of my ball, just chilling. And the guy, the course guy that was near me was like, "You're fine. Like he's not going to come near you." And I literally didn't hit the ball. I was like, "Nope, I'm good." And I hit the ball from the other side. I said, "I'm not done." Nope. Because if that thing decides that it's coming after me, I'm not getting away. I have a club in my hand.
Sure.
And I will do whatever I need to do. But I'm not. He's gonna win most likely. So yeah, that was fun.
Why not?
But yeah, that's I haven't had many interactions with gators. I live in an area that doesn't really have them. So we do have a ton of sharks though. There's stretches of the summer. Yeah, especially on Cape Cod. You can't swim in 90% of the beaches because there's sharks in the water on Cape Cod. So that you literally can go to the beach and it could be 100 and they're like, yeah, no swimming today. We saw a shark. And it's like, I'll take my chances. It's hot.
I didn't think that sharks would be on the way up there, but
Oh yeah. So we have a ton of sharks.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't think it's like super duper scary sharks that when you think of shark, you think of like Jaws. And it's like, I don't think it's a Jaws situation out there, but it's a shark that if it wants to take you down, it'll take you down.
well, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, shall we talk about wrestling? We are 45 minutes into our show.
Yeah, we can talk
Do
about
we want to start with your experience with going to AEW this week?
Hell yeah, it was a great time. I had the luxury of going to Dynamite and Collision. I thought Dynamite was a very, very great show. Lot of good stuff that happened on Dynamite. Mercedes Moné in the main event, the ladies in the main event with the 6-woman tag was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the Kenny Omega promo. I did think it went a bit long, but I liked the promo. I didn't think they were going to go in the direction of him and Kevin Knight at Redemption next week.
Right.
But I don't hate it. Like, I think that's going to be really good, but I didn't think they were going to go that route. But I thought that whole thing was really, really good. It was Fletcher and Commander had like a barn burner, one of the matches of the night for the TNT title, which was a very, very good. And I thought Collision was really good too.
So it was Wednesday and Thursday?
They taped Collision on Thursday and aired it last night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Wednesday was obviously live for Dynamite. Thursday was taped. But yeah, it was back-to-back nights. It was at the MGM Music Hall, which is a nice venue that they built over the last handful of years.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. That they've been there one other time. They went there for spring break last year, where Mercedes and Athena fought in the semifinals of the Owen last year. But both shows are really, really good. That's a great venue. It's connected to Fenway Park. It's right on Lansdowne Street, like on the corner behind Fenway. So you're right in the Fenway atmosphere. They were on the road at the time, but like Fenway atmosphere, Lansdowne Street, the bars were bumping, wrestling fans galore. It's a good time. Wednesday night, I ran into Queen of the Ring and the Stash Club, and we hung out. We hung out during and after the show, and then me and the Stash Club boys got together again on Thursday. So got to link up with a couple of our content creator friends, and yeah, it was a good time.
I love that.
It was a good time.
What'd you have to drink?
Oh God, $22 Sun Cruisers. That's what I had to drink.
$22.
You want to talk about criminal activity? That is criminal activity. I was a tall boy, but I was like,
but still.
So there's a brewery across the street that I went on Wednesday. I got there earlier than I did on Thursday. Thursday, I got there like within 15 minutes of the show starting. So I didn't go to like anywhere before. I just kind of parked and in the building. But Wednesday I got there like a good hour earlier. I was like, I'm going to go to one of the bars, get a drink or two before I walk over and whatever. So I went to one of the breweries. I got a Tall Boy New England IPA. It was really, really good. Then I walked over and I was like, all right, I'm going to get a drink. So I went to the bar and I ordered a Sun Cruiser. I was like, I don't want to get like a beer and I don't want like a mixed drink. Also, a Sun Cruiser's kind of fine. And it was a Tall Boy, 24-ounce can. And I was like, all right. And it was $22. Didn't stop me from having 4 of them, but it was $22. $22. And I was like, you really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, all right, well, I had 3 of them, I think, not 4.
I was about to say, I feel like one of these things would take me out.
Really? You think so? No, they're not like potent. They're not potent.
What's the
I assume it's in the 4s or 5s.
Oh yeah, it's in the 4s.
Yeah.
Sorry,
right.
I see iced tea vodka.
It's like you're drinking a Bud Light. This shit ain't real. Shit ain't real. You have 20 of them, yeah, fine. You're gonna be
maybe. Okay, sorry. I didn't realize that there were only 4. I thought it was like 9 or 10.
But again, it was a Tall Boy. It wasn't your typical little 12-ounce little thin can. It was a big boy. So you were drinking like 2 a pop, basically. So like
that sounds like really good on a beach day.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't go often, but like I like to golf, and those type of drinks are like the perfect golf course. Like get a little, blah blah blah, feeling good. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we had those, and then Yeah, like I said, it was really, really good. I had the AEW blessed me with some good seats for the night. So thank you to Tony and the crew there. But yeah, it was a fun time. The Death Riders walked right by me. I got to see your boys defend their tag team championships in the opening match of the show, which was fun. Yeah, man, there were two really, really good shows. But and Boston always shows out. I feel like the crowd always comes really off as
loud.
Yeah, on Dynamite, it was loud throughout. It was loud throughout on Dynamite. We were jacked up.
Clown wants to know how long were the tapings? Were when they were in San Diego, they took almost 5 hours.
They started at 7:30. They did 2 Ring of Honor matches, and then around 8 o'clock they did Collision. I haven't watched Collision back on television, so I don't know if it was all the same order. And obviously, we didn't see any of the vignettes or anything. We just saw the wrestling matches. So all the vignettes that you saw, like Ospreay and Moxley challenging the Young Bucks for Redemption, we didn't see that. We didn't see that in the arena. So I didn't know that was happening until literally they announced it yesterday.
Oh my God.
They didn't show us that. So like things like that, we didn't see. It was really just the wrestling. So it was about 10:30 or 10:15, and Collision ended, and Tony came out, and then he said that they were recording Ring of Honor now. And I was like, well, goddamn, bro. I was like, damn, dude.
How do you have the tenacity to stick through?
So I didn't. I watched the first Ring of Honor match, and it was like 10:45, and I was like, I can't be here till midnight, bro. Like I understand, but like that's how it felt like
the tapings that are in Everett, because it was the regular time for Dynamite, but then they just filmed Collision afterwards, and then they were filming Ring of Honor after that. So it's like we're on hour 5 of wrestling, and I felt so bad.
Yeah, I don't like leaving early. I want to stay through the duration.
Same.
I love wrestling and I'm there. Like I want to stay through the duration, but like my alarm for work goes off at 3:45 in the morning, bro. I can't be in Boston and the show's getting out at midnight, and then I have to drive home for 45 minutes and then take a nap, I guess, and go to work for 10 hours. Like I just 10 years ago in my early 30s, late 20s, easy.
Why not?
But now I'm old. I can't be doing it.
Now you're old.
Yeah.
You say that, and I'm like, well, I guess from 12:30 a.m. Friday morning until 4:30 a.m., I was on a stream, and I felt delusional by the second hour.
I bet. Listen, I would have loved to have had the choice to be on that stream rather than to be at real work like I was.
I was in interviews with the tag team champions for NWA. And I like they were doing their interviews in kayfabe. And can I just tell you, there's nothing I love more than a wrestler doing an interview in kayfabe. But when you were like that delusional,
I
don't even know what I said.
That's fair.
But was a good time. It sounds like it was fun.
Kevin,
I loved Wednesday's show for the most part, but the matches for Collision, I think I loved the most. That Kevin Knight versus AR Fox match. Pay-per-view level quality match.
I wrote about it. Yeah, I put it on Twitter. I was like, guys, make the time to see that match. I was like, it was so good. The crowd was really, really hot. They were chanting "Fight Forever," and that match was very, very good. And I thought Will Ospreay and that Adam Brooks guy, who I don't know much about. I know he's an Australian. That was really, really good. That was a great showcase for him. I think Will gave him a lot of offense too in that match and made him look really, really good. But yeah, that Kevin Knight AR Fox match might have been the best match of both nights. Really good stuff.
I really also liked, so Collision opened up with the Jack Perry versus Nick Wayne match.
That was also very good.
Can I say, as someone who I saw Nick Wayne's first match,
Yeah.
Baby Nick Wayne barely fit his tights.
He's not a baby anymore.
He is not a baby anymore. He's a man.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's looking like a man. I'm wrestling like a man.
All right. So you just said that match opened the TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they went out of order because the first match that we saw on Collision was Will Ospreay. His match was the first match.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
yeah, that was the opening contest, and it went almost 12 minutes.
Yeah, that was a really, really good match.
It was a long time.
I like the whole thing they did with Ciampa when he got in the big Paul White, the Big Show's face afterwards about Jericho and all that. Like, yeah, and Ciampa got a hero's welcome. He's from Boston, even though he's playing the dastardly heel. We were not going to boo that guy. He's one of ours. So he got the hero's welcome, and it was just two really, really good nights. And then Tony, I know he probably says this to everyone, but Tony was basically like, you guys are going to get a pay-per-view soon. Like, actually, like, you're going to actually get a pay-per-view soon. You've been here. We had the second ever Dynamite here for a reason. Like, we've always loved Boston. You guys always show up well for us big time. We have some of our best shows here. This was their highest rated Dynamite in 2 years as well.
Wow.
On Wednesday. So it definitely, exactly. Like, I know he says that to everyone, but I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm Boston and I have that mentality, but I actually believe him when he says it to Boston. I'm hoping for Revolution next year. I feel like everything would line up to give us Revolution if you wanted.
Something. I don't think that Washington State is going to get a pay-per-view for a very long time.
Why not?
Because, do you know the lore that goes into Washington State wrestling?
See, I think because Darby and Swerve are from there, that's just, I think you guys will get big stuff.
So they changed a law to where they said that people cannot juice anymore. In the law, they put juice. It means they can't blade. There could be legitimate blood, but the match has to pause for at least 60 seconds if there's blood.
Got it.
And the way that some of these guys like to bleed on pay-per-view, I'm unsure if that will happen. So
that's fair.
Much like other
I don't know why places. I don't know why they would do that.
So I feel like I talked on Wrestling Made Me Cry about it, but until 2017 as in 9 years ago, there was no professional wrestling here.
Yes.
And a lot of it has to do with the commission, whatever sports commission. And I think that sports commissions are stupid because it's obviously a predetermined whatever. But they also have this stipulation that you have to, $1 of all the ticket sales have to go to the state. Plus 20% of any merchandise sales. Which, like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously you get fines if people are gigging and blading and all these things. And you also have to have an ambulance on site. Do you know how much an ambulance costs?
Well, that is a lot. I feel like there's a lot of places that are like that.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like was there a hold? Wasn't there a hold up at one point?
For the GCW show.
Yes, because the ambulance had to leave to take somebody to the hospital, and they couldn't. But
they had to
for Allie Catch, right?
Correct.
Is that what it was? Yes. Mm-hmm. She hurt her leg, and they couldn't restart the show until there was another ambulance back at the venue.
Correct.
Because they had to take her to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Was that in Washington?
No, that was in New York. That was at the Hammerstein Power Room.
Yeah, they have a similar rule.
So it's very similar, very silly. But it's also why there hasn't been a lot of Defy shows because of these changing laws that are going on right now. So the Washington State Sports Commission has been changing a lot of laws. And obviously Nikki Cross and Damo purchased Progress, who owns pieces of Defy Wrestling. So there hasn't even been like indie wrestling to go to.
Yeah,
because of these recent, these are recent as of April 2026. So that's where I go. That's probably why we're not getting a PPV anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
that stinks.
Yeah, because I like blood.
Massachusetts, we don't give a shit. There's no rules here.
Listen, it's like Massachusetts, and there's Illinois, Baltimore. Like y'all don't care.
Nope. You want to bleed? Go
Texas.
Ahead. You want to bleed? Go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go right ahead. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wonder if WWE will get in trouble. Well, I mean, it was hard way, but they had a few matches with some blood last night on Saturday night's main event. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I really liked AEW this week. Really great matches. We are setting up more for AEW Redemption. I feel like I have to say it in my AAA voice or Triple H voice.
Queen Aminata.
Oh, Queen Aminata did main event.
Yes. So
I'm sure that was
a good time. It was a good time. So that I would have liked to. Don't get me wrong. I understand that Sheeta just won the TBS title. I thought it was very cool that both shows were main evented by the women.
Absolutely.
I thought that was very cool. And I understand that Sheeta just won. Obviously, she was probably going to win that match. But god dang it, I want to see Queen Aminata win something.
I want to see her win something.
What the hell?
You know, there are Tony Khan rewards people who put in the work and are constantly working on improving. And I feel like if there's one person who I feel like has worked their way towards improving themselves and their work style, it is one Queen Aminata, you know?
And she always looks great. Like she always has great gear, great entrance attire. I love everything about her. I would like to see her more on the program just in general.
Same.
But yeah, man, like she's been getting, that's like her, third chance at the TBS title now at this point. And she's lost.
Yeah.
Like at some point I would like to see her break through and win that thing, you know? So hopefully next time, but that was a good match too. Sheeta's awesome. It has nothing to do with Sheeta. She rules too.
Sheeta is so cool. Did you see the interview with Renee?
Yes, they showed it both nights before the show started. They showed the whole thing, which was really good interview. Really good.
First off, her English is greatly improved since her time. She looked stunning. But like, even though she's supposed to be heel, it was just in the way that she's like talking about her passion that is wrestling and talking about her wrestling and what it's meant to her coming from Japan to the United States. And I don't know, like there's something about Sheeta that I find so charming. And it is unfortunate that trolls live on the internet and they see a woman who is either gaining a little bit of weight, whether muscle or not. That is her choice. I'm going to remind you guys that it is her choice how she wants to have her body. But it sucks that these losers on the internet find it they find it their responsibility to notice that and say shit.
Well, social media has made everyone believe that their opinion matters. So,
which maybe I'm old school, but like if my parent or my job or my partner saw me saying these things about someone I don't know online, even if it was someone I did know, but like saying the vile things that some of these losers have been saying about women's bodies, take out your eyes. You know what I mean? Like just take out your eyes. You're not allowed to see anymore. If that's the way that you see people that are different than you take out your eyes. Gouge them out, please.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's unfortunate, but you're talking, I grew up, you can tell on this camera right now that I am of the chubby variety.
Same.
And I've heard shit my whole life. So
Yeah.
it's just the way
It's
people are.
unfortunate, and
It's just the way people are. Sad. Like, again, that they're jerks and they're the worst.
I struggle with it because I just don't feel like those people should be allowed to have eyes, being allowed to like exist or speak to women or even look at women. If that's your opinion about a woman, stop looking at women. You probably don't even like women.
Maybe. You think that's why they're so mean to them, is because they
I think
actually don't
that's
like
why
them?
people are mean to a lot of people that they find lower than themselves, is because they secretly are them.
I would agree.
You know, people think that gives them power and gives them legitimacy and gives them strength and honor. And I'm just sharing health information. You're not. You're being an asshole. You're being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. Nobody asked for that opinion. And you know what? When people tell you things that you don't ask for, you don't have to listen to it.
Correct.
Because she's out there getting championships, getting babes, getting paid to wrestle. And what is that person doing?
Talking on the internet.
But I digress. That was my little soapbox.
Yeah, well, listen, not the same topic at all, but last night Saturday night's main event, there was an instance where, and again, this fan was a younger fan. He was clearly like, not like a kid, but he was a younger kid. He, like, the opening match was for the women's tag team titles. It was Fatal Influence versus the tag champs, Paige and Brie Bella, who, listen, for a makeshift team, they ended up being a pretty good team. Paige has looked incredible in the ring. Incredible.
I was skeptical about her.
I was too. She looks. I did not expect her to be. But they ended up losing. Fatal Influence cheated, and they won the tag titles, which I actually thought was the right call.
With the help of JC Jane.
Yes, with the help of JC Jane, they won. So Fallon Henley and Laney Reed are the new champs. And when they were walking back, they were kind of looking at the ring, backing up down the thing. There was a young kid, and he basically like shoved Fallon Henley, like in the shoulder, like, a pretty decent whatever. And then she just kind of did the heel thing where she like barked at the crowd and blah, blah. And then later on Twitter, she just put, "Don't touch the wrestlers, period," or something like that.
Yeah.
And then what do you see? The first 5, 6, 7 comments are, "Oh, what do you think, you're special? What do you think, because you're and I'm just like, brothers, I don't know what to tell you. If you have that mentality that because they're on a television show or they're like they wrestle, that I don't know what the hell to tell you.
People feel entitled to your body.
It's like, what does that mean, dude?
That's crazy.
What does that mean? It's just, I just don't. And again, half of them are probably bots and just fucking not real, which is why I'm very much like, the internet is not a real place as much as it is. Like, I have that mindset. This is just not a real place, because you can go look at any tweet, even the most wholesome post and whatever, and within the first 3 to 5 comments, like, it could be like, all of a sudden there could be a social media thing on 2 days from now that says that we cured Alzheimer's. And the second comment is going to be some fucking clown going like, "Oh, yeah, well, you fucking," and it's going to be something negative. It's like, I don't understand. It's just not a real. It's just, I don't understand how people think.
So the same kid that pushed Fallon Henley also
JD McDonough
pushed JD McDonough and flipped him off, which, like, okay,
well, he's from New York, so they're trash at birth. They're trash at birth.
I get that it's a kid, and I get that this is learned behavior, and he's in the front row, or not the front row. He was on the
front row, but like aisle against the aisle. Right against
he's
the aisle.
Part on the aisle. Okay.
And the Saturday night's main event ones, they kind of go old school, and it's like it's a more narrow entryway because they want to have that old school feel of the Saturday night's main event. So usually, so they're a lot closer to the wrestlers. They're a lot closer to the wrestlers as well, like the fans in general.
But like, I'm just seeing all these people. So I also come from, the the music world, and anytime people are pushing over barriers, you have the security guards pushing people back to be like, this is the wall. You're not allowed to like lean over with that velocity. And when I'm watching these videos, multiple children are leaning over the barricades like that. That could injure them. And then WWE would be liable for those kids leaning over. Where is security? Where is the adult? You know, like, this is completely preventable. And what if he pushed Fallon Henley? She trips and falls and injures herself.
Yeah. Look at he's a kid, but it's not like he's like, and when you look at it, it's not like he's, and we were talking, and me and Collins were talking a few minutes before we went live, and that's what I said, Peggy. I said, if he does, I go, that was the opening match. He does something stupid. Okay, you did something stupid. How does his parent, or whoever he's there with, that is his guardian, because he didn't drive there himself. He's a friggin' kid. So whoever's with him, how does nobody that he's with go, hey, dude, don't fucking do that? But even if, you know, again, I know I know plenty of people from New York who are great people, but they are from New York, so manners aren't at the top of their priorities. So it is what it is. It is what it is. He was wearing a Yankee hat, so you know he's garbage. I don't care that he's 12. He's garbage. He's going to grow up to be a piece of shit. I don't care. So it is what it is. But at the same time, if the parent, I mean, there's a reason that kid acted like that, because his parent probably ain't that much better. So if the parent's not going to say anything, how does WWE? This is on camera,
right?
So there's nobody in the back.
Had to be from Staten Island.
There's nobody anywhere that saw that on camera and said, "Hey, go when we're showing the vignette for the next match, go out there and just say, hey, kid, don't do that. Next time you do that, you're out of here, man. Don't do that." Because he had, like Peggy said, he did it twice. He did it again a few matches later. Once you do it once, I can forgive you for doing something stupid once, especially when you're a kid. I can forgive you for doing something once. But how was he not spoken to or reprimanded by anybody professionally or personally with who he was with that he even thought about doing it a second time, besides the fact that he's a trashy New Yorker?
But it's a thing of, no, it seems like no security person intervened at all. And I'm not saying that the parent wouldn't get involved unless there was someone saying, hey, if you do that again, you're kicked out.
Yeah.
I'm sure those tickets weren't cheap.
No. And like, again, you don't have to go up to him and scare the kid, but just go up there and be like, hey, you can't touch the wrestlers. Don't do that again. We'll have to get you, we're going to kick you out if you do it again. Then I think at that route, the person he's with or his guardian at the show would be like, all right, dude, like, don't do that. We're not, we spent thousands of dollars on this ticket probably. So how about we don't get kicked out because you're acting like an idiot? But it just felt like it just was like, no, whatever. Let him do whatever. Yeah. I mean, last night was, the focus. I mean, I actually liked the wrestling that was on the show for the most part last night, but the focus of the show wasn't that. The focus of the show was, let's all get on our knees and praise the New York Knicks. Disgusting. But anyway.
They're gonna curse you. Someone's gonna curse you for that.
Please do. We all know we all know Karl Anthony Towns ain't that tough. We all know Karl Anthony. If you watch basketball, you know he ain't that tough. Trying to convince me that he's gonna walk out there and be intimidating anybody. He's the softest guy in the league. Get out of here. Although I will say that was a very fun spot with Karl Anthony Towns. I actually enjoyed it. And the choke slams were pretty good. He threw. Now, again, he's got JD and Dom selling for him, so he's got pros in there. But those choke slams looked good. I actually thought the spot was a lot of fun. But if you're an NBA fan, you know damn well that guy doesn't have an intimidating fucking cell in his body. So, please. And
that's
then
like me.
I literally barely made it through the entrance of that ending segment, which was one of the more embarrassing things I've seen in WWE history. Holy crap. Do that shit first, man. Do that shit first. That tag match was awesome. That was an awesome tag match.
Sure.
With Sammy and Gunther and Punk and Cody. And the Nick Aldis stuff was great. Like that was an awesome tag match.
Was shocked.
And then you give us that lump of shit to end that show. And this is not even New York Knicks related because I actually like Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
That was a lump of shit to end that show. What was that for? Who did that serve besides New York? Like, what was that?
I don't know, man.
Oh, my goodness.
But here's the thing. I didn't realize that was Jalen Brunson.
Well, I do not.
Until it like, oh, that's Jalen Brunson. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't watch basketball enough.
I was going to say it. Yeah. Do you not? Yeah.
Maybe I just don't realize it enough. I also feel like, there's something just strange about, and I'll tell you guys, I didn't fully watch the show. Also, a thing that was on, wasn't fully watching. Okay. I think out of the 5 matches, even though one was a pre-show match.
And yeah, I mean, we could talk. Yeah, go ahead, finish your thought, and then we'll talk about it. Because I actually thought, for the most part, it was all pretty decent.
It was a decent show. My biggest issue with WWE is how many fucking ads there are.
Oh yeah,
because it's so many commercial breaks, so many things that I go, I'm getting up and doing something else, guys. I can't just sit there and watch the same fucking commercial over and over and over again. Okay. But for the most part, I thought the women outperformed the men. In my opinion, I thought that they utilized their time the most storyline I thought was progressed, especially with the women's tag match, because then you did have that GC Jane involvement. However, the main event, always very good.
Oh, tremendous.
So even though it was a tag match,
it was, and it was like and I like how even WWE like leaned into it, because it was the classic "can they coexist" trope.
Yeah,
and they even leaned into it like heavy with like Cody saying it. But it was that was a great tag match.
Do I think that CM Punk and Cody Rhodes could sit there and share a beverage together? Because that CM Punk doesn't drink, and Cody Rhodes does. He has his own Wheatley vodka,
He does.
Do I think that they could share a meal together and be civil?
Yeah. And I
not sure.
And I thought what they did, well, first of all, we had the big title change to start the show. You get the big tag team title change, which I thought was good. Then, you get the Danhausen stuff, which that match itself was pretty good. Is he going
to wrestle, or is he just going to have segments?
Well, he had a match. He wrestled. So he wrestled JD McDonough, and they had a legitimate 10 to 12 minute match before the Karl Anthony Towns thing happened. So that match was entertaining and good, and Danhausen kind of showed his wrestling chops a little bit in that match. And now again, JD McDonough, you can make an argument in the ring is a top performer. Like, he's incredible in the ring.
I don't like him.
That's fine. But in the ring, as like a
opinion.
wrestler, he's good.
Yeah.
So that's a good dance partner that's going to make you look like $1 million. And then you had Lyra and Bayley, which was good. Lyra looked like she broke her nose because Bayley elbowed, and she wrestled through it.
They replayed that so many times.
Yeah, she got the elbow,
and it looked
Bayley's elbow right in the nose.
Nasty every time.
Yeah. And she clearly, it looked like broke her nose. And they stopped the match for like a minute or two while the ref was checking on her, and then Lyra got up and said, "We're doing this." I think Lyra knew, like, I'm winning this match. This is a big moment for me. Like, I'm not fucking stopping this match. I'm not stopping this match. I don't care. I'm wrestling through it. This is a big moment for me. And that match was really, really good, even with the injury, and Lyra getting that victory, even though Bayley is like losing every match she's in now.
On her way out.
It seems like it. It seems like she's putting over people because she's.
So someone posted online, someone posted on Twitter, the 4 horsemen ranked.
Horsewomen?
Horsewomen, yes.
Yeah.
Four, I can't speak. 4 horsewomen ranked. And every list is like Charlotte, Mercedes, Becky, Bayley. or
those lists are all wrong.
Mercedes, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley.
Yeah, all wrong. Bayley is at the top.
I think that Bayley is one of the best female wrestlers
Of all time.
that has not gotten the accolades that Charlotte has won like every single belt multiple times for historic reigns. Mercedes just came off of a 13 belts Monet Ultimate Dragano kind of reign this last year. Becky had her entire moment of being the man and being the face of WWE.
Here's the thing, though. You're ranking these four, right? So I think automatically when you're ranking something, when people see you put them at somebody at the bottom, they're like, oh, you think they're the worst. It's like, yeah, we're ranking out of these four. If we're ranking these four in the
Someone
greatest
has to
of
be
all
on the
time,
bottom. I get
they're like four of the 7, 8, 9, 10 best ever.
But here's the thing. Bayley is the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. How long do they remind you that? 0 times out of 0.
Was a generational good guy in NXT and into the main roster when she debuted, and then turned herself into one of the best heels.
One of the best heels.
As successful as a heel. She was positioned in NXT as John Cena. Like everybody was like, who's going to be the next John Cena? Is it going to be Roman Reigns? I was like, the next John Cena is fucking Bayley.
It's Bayley.
Like, that is the next John Cena. And then old regime, she debuted, huge pop, won the title too early. They should have had her have to go through everybody like they did in NXT and built to her winning the first title. And I think the babyface would have stuck longer, but they gave her the championship too early, and then the crowd did that thing where you're pushing her too much. She's too white meat babyface. They started booing her. Turned herself into a heel and became the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion ever. During the pandemic, her and Mercedes ran that fucking company.
Absolutely.
Ran the company.
But why is she not treated like that? If it weren't for Bayley and Mercedes during that time, what would you have had? Because it certainly wasn't Becky, because Becky was off having a child. Certainly wasn't Charlotte. Charlotte was injured. So why has commentary, why have the fans forgotten that Bayley is top tier? And I think it's because she has spent a long time in WWE just being the Natalia. Being the one that the moment that they get the belt, they forget what to do with her and they forget how to book her. And it sucks because this sucks also for Natalia. And right now with this new character of Natty, why are we not showcasing that more on WWE TV? We have so many hours of television each week. Why are we not cultivating and facilitating these strong veterans?
Because the problem is, okay, see, now what the crazy part is, I agree with everything you're saying and I agree with the questions you're asking, but then on the other side of it, they're relying on the veterans way too much. Yeah. So it's like so I'm like, hey, you have this type of person. Why are you not treating her like you're treating the other veterans that have been the same 6 people that have been fighting for the title for 3 years that we never want to move out of the main event picture for younger people? But then you have this veteran who should be treated that same way, and you're treating her like an afterthought.
Right. That is the thing.
It makes no sense to me. She's an
afterthought. And it seems like it's because people want to just go with the flow. They want to do what is helpful for the company that does not give a shit about them. And I want Bayley to be paid, and I want her to be getting championships and opportunities and matches that mean something. I don't want to say that the golden era of women's wrestling is over. I don't believe that, because I think what we're seeing in all companies is women's wrestling really taking flight. If it weren't for the 4 horsewomen, if it weren't for the divas, if it weren't for Lita, Trish, Mickey James,
Paige.
Ivory, Paige.
Oh yeah, all of them. Yeah,
AJ.
Yeah. You're talking for Victoria.
Right.
All these people. Jacqueline.
Jazz. If it weren't for Jazz, we wouldn't have
China.
Yeah. But we have to keep building off of it. We can't just rely on what has always made good, because it just gets tired. And then that's how we're getting in the fucking 6th year of the fucking bloodline.
We're getting at least 10 of that shit, so you better sit in.
God.
But and so like and again, when we talk about this, I think so. Big news on SmackDown before SmackDown, right? Rhea Ripley is injured. We knew this. They announced that she's not going to be able to compete at SummerSlam because of her meniscus injury. So instead, they're not going to strip her of the title. They're going to create an interim champion, which I'm all for. I don't mind interim champions at all. I think it's a good way to make sure there's a championship being defended on the show, and it's a built-in feud or built-in big match the second Rhea is back and ready to go, right? So they say we're going to have this multi-woman ladder match at SummerSlam. We're going to have qualifying matches the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to get our thing. And we have a match with JC Jane and Tiffany Stratton. Now, Tiffany Stratton is also
already a champion.
And Tiffany Stratton is a younger wrestler as well, but JC Jane is fresher to our eyes. She's a newer wrestler to our eyes on the main roster. Tiffany Stratton is the United States Women's Champion. The United States Women's Champion. Why on earth?
By the way,
why exactly? Why on earth would Tiffany Stratton need to win that match and be fighting for another championship? And then I see people online, because people were like, it should have been JC Jane, which it should have been.
It should have been.
People are like,
I will die on this hill.
100%. And people will be like, oh, well, she's from Minnesota, so she has to fight at SummerSlam. And it's like, yeah, I agree with that. You know, she's the United States champion. She could always just defend her title at SummerSlam.
Right.
What is that impossible to do, WWE? Is have your women's mid-card titles on your pay-per-views, especially one that is 2 nights, that's going to have 15 total matches? What are we doing?
What are we doing? I don't understand. I get that she's from Minnesota. I get that she's been in a ladder match before. I get that she's been at this place before. But why is she still holding that title belt? Why are we not utilizing anything, even with the Intercontinental Championship, like for the women? We're not doing shit.
Brother, it's just like, JC Jane could have been, and I'm not saying JC Jane would have won, even though I wouldn't have hated it, the interim belt. But like, you have a group that has come up, and I know the title of this is Where Are the NXT Call-Ups, but you have this group that came up, and in the first 2 weeks on the show, you had him beat Charlotte Flair, and you had him beat Rhea in a tag match, and it's like, oh, this group matters.
This looks legitimate. Correct.
Yes, she carried NXT for a year, literally, and you make them look like this big deal, and now you have her losing to Tiffany Stratton, which, again, I'm not anti-Tiffany at all. I am not.
Right.
This is not an anti-Tiffany Stratton take at all. But she's already a champion. She can be on SummerSlam in her hometown without having to beat somebody that also should be on SummerSlam to get there. It makes no sense.
And that's the thing is, already for the SummerSlam card, we don't know what's night 1 and night 2, really. Kind of.
Main events we have, Punk and Cody's probably night 1, and Roman and Seth are night 2.
Right. But we do have the men's Intercontinental Championship. Penta is taking on Chad Gable, which I think the right choice would be Chad Gable to win.
I agree.
We have a Hell in a Cell match, which already done pissed me off, because what do you mean Obafemi is foregoing his...
yeah, of course, because any logical human being would be like, World Championship? Nah.
Why is he foregoing his World Championship opportunity? Does not make sense.
Nope.
And then we have a random 6-man tag team match with extending the bloodline story versus someone who should already be champion, LA Knight, and then just slot in Royce Keys.
Okay. Look at, I'm glad they're going to be on the show. I'm glad Royce Keys is getting a match on SummerSlam. I actually like Solo. I thought Solo on Raw was funny. But
to like, think that they don't have enough space on here for women's tag, women's intercontinental, women's US.
Well, how are you going to get all the ads on the show if you have all these matches?
You have two nights.
Have all these matches. We need the 4-hour show to have 2.5 hours of ads and interviews and movie previews and things like that. So,
and I'm a little bit pissed because where are all these NXT call-ups now, right? We've gotten half-baked ideas. And I get that sometimes there is an issue with connectivity, right? Mm-hmm. There seems to be a creative disconnect from what was in NXT to what's in the main roster. I get that they're green. I get that there's a weird learning curve, that they're being throttled into that stardom where like they have to adapt or die, basically. But if you aren't giving them the opportunity, their blades are going to get dull. And then the moment that they have that opportunity, they can't cut it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of what happened last week with Ricky Starks, and that match was dog shit. Well, yeah. Ricky Saints, sorry.
Ricky Saints
is one of my fucking favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, but he doesn't matter on the show.
He doesn't matter on the show, and they've made him not matter to the point that I forgot about him.
Where's Javon Evans been?
Where's Javon Evans?
They
called him the Prodigy.
Yeah, and like at first, because Trick Williams, even though he was on the pre-show, but like Trick Williams, over as hell, he's doing really great. Obafemi clearly doing great.
Mm-hmm.
But Javon was right there with those guys a few months ago. Like he was right. Like all three of them were. It was like, oh man, these three guys are like, man, but Javon's been a ghost for the last month. Blake Monroe is attacking people backstage on SmackDown, but she hasn't had a match.
But she hasn't had a match.
What are you doing with her?
Where's Ethan Page?
Ethan Page was involved in the IC scene with Rusev, but the last 2 or 3 weeks he's really been nowhere, and he's as talented a guy as you have, in my opinion. Total package.
Absolutely.
Ethan Page. Ricky
He
Saints is not
changed his
being
body
used.
to the point of I want to be utilized more, and if my body is the thing that's, but he's been on house shows. He was in that contendership gauntlet.
Yeah, he was in the gauntlet
match or whatever.
Match. Yeah.
But what are we doing?
It's just I don't know, because it kind of felt like, we were on here talking like not too long ago, like a few months ago or so, where we were like, we were sitting here saying, oh, like they actually feels like they actually had a plan for all these NXT people when they came up. They're all like, you can see all these new stars being built right in front of our eyes. And all a couple months later, it's like, where are they? Yeah.
I'm so glad that I wake people up with my laughter. That's all I dream about in the world. I can just pack it up and go home now. Wait, I am home. But that's the thing is, I was told the promise that these NXT call-ups would be a good idea, and that Triple H is going to treat them well because he loves the NXT folks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them being treated well or utilized well. I see that they have matches logged. When I go into Cage Match, I go, oh, they're on those house shows. They are doing those matches. But how come it's not translating on these weekly television shows, on these weekly PLE or, monthly PLEs? It's just not translating well. And I think it's because the way that they're conditioning fans is that these mid-card titles do not matter. Anything out of the main event, anything out of the main title And even with the women's main titles, it hasn't felt like shit this year.
Yeah,
And
100%.
this is what we do. This is the era. Okay, Triple H, show me where you are taking these 20-something-year-olds and really growing them and cultivating them and making them matter. You lucked out with Oba Femi.
Well, he's really
out with Trick Williams.
And they're treating Trick well too, but like really, Oba Femi's really the only one that they have really, you can tell, like they view him as like a guy that's going to win the world championship by WrestleMania at the latest. You know what I mean? So like, but even that, I would make an argument that Oba Femi should be. I mean, he literally won the King of the Ring to do so.
Correct.
He should be winning the world title in 2 weeks at SummerSlam, Oba Femi, and they're already going to stretch that out until WrestleMania because they got to stick to the same 5 guys it's been for 4 years.
And I don't mind drawing a story out. I don't mind long-term booking, but this doesn't feel like long-term booking. This feels like putting a bookmark in it and then letting the book create dust. To the point that people go, hey, hello, you were telling us this story. Hello, LA Knight. You were telling us this story. We were telling you that we liked LA Knight. And they said, no, wait, enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Yep. Don't give us any criticism. This is what we do. For what? For what? You're not cultivating any new talent.
I mean, right now, no. I mean, they give you sprinkles of it, you know. Fatal Influence winning the women's tag titles last night was
sustain us.
Yeah, exactly. That's a sprinkle of it. But does anyone feel confident that these girls are going to have a great tag team title run? Of course not.
No.
Like, I don't feel confident about that. You know, where's Julia? One of the best wrestlers on the fucking planet.
Sitting in catering.
Where's Julia?
Where's Candace?
Yeah, again, it's just, where's Jordan Grace?
Where's Jordan Grace?
You're doing this interim ladder match? I better see Jordan Grace in one of these fucking qualifying matches. I better see her in that damn match. I almost feel like I better see her win that damn match. And then give me Rhea Ripley and Jordan Grace one-on-one to crown a champ.
Why not?
I saw a report the other day that was like, oh, there's no creative plans for Jordan Grace. Okay, well, unfortunately, now you have to make some plans because one of you injures. There's your creative plans right there. You just got a gift for creative plans. So make it work.
And you know what also pisses me off about this is Friday on SmackDown, right? You had Nia Jax versus Jade.
Yep.
And all of that work for Charlotte Flair to disqualify Nia so that
Nia won, right? She did it so Jade lost, correct?
No, Jade won by disqualification.
Oh, because Charlotte came out and she attacked
Jade? And attacked Nia. But why?
No, wait. If she attacked Nia, then Nia would have won, right? Because Jade would have been disqualified. She did that to get at Jade. No, am I wrong?
So
I did not watch SmackDown, as you can tell. It's a dreadful show. Dreadful show.
How do I explain this to where it actually makes sense? So,
Charlotte attacked Jade. She just came out and attacked Jade. Because I thought they were going to do it in a way because Charlotte and Jade, in my opinion, that's a one-on-one SummerSlam match.
But Charlotte cost Nia Jax her match. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
And that Jade is on the outside. The baddies, non-baddies are out there. And it's like.
But now Nia has another match next week because she complained. So now you did a storyline thing that was stupid to begin with, and now you're taking a spot away from somebody else that you don't use to have Nia Jax in a second match. And again, I love Nia, but
she's scheduled to face Charlotte Flair.
Okay, great.
Which means
Charlotte will get in the match, and then
Charlotte's
Charlotte
gonna
and
get in the
Jade
match,
will
and
take each
then-
other out, and
correct.
whatever. That's what we'll do. But again, Charlotte and Jade should just be fighting at SummerSlam on a one-on-one match because
Right.
they're giant stars.
That's where I'm like, this doesn't make any
involve them?
fucking sense.
Yeah, why do you need to involve them in a multi-person match where you can give those slot? We know Charlotte's one of the greatest of all time. We know it's an interim title match. Charlotte doesn't. What does Charlotte gain from being in that match?
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
She gains nothing.
Because
She's Charlotte Flair.
the hotness of her feud with Jade is not title related. It's I hate you, you hate me.
Correct.
Let's
fight.
fight.
Let's just fight in a one-on-one match with two larger-than-life athletes who are specimens.
Mhm.
Just let them fight. But no, you're going to involve them in this match.
And it doesn't even cost her. Like, oh, Charlotte, you interfered into this qualifying match. You are now disqualified from your match for the last. No.
Yeah, that would have made more sense. I don't know. Again, it's just because it's going to be Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, and then name, Becky Lynch probably. I don't know if they're not doing Raw. Because it's SmackDown, so they won't do Raw people. But it's going to be, again, and these are not a complaint about these women, because I like all of these women.
No.
But it's going to be the same cast of 4 or 5 characters. That's just what they do at the top of these cards. Alexa Bliss, maybe that's a good name. Maybe she can squeeze herself in there. I don't know if they have announced all but it's going to be the same. Again, it's all going to be former champions and not anybody new, not one new face.
Which
where it's like
sucks so much.
That would be different. It's going to be all people that we've seen as champion before, and it's just like you just got to insert some new thing. I don't know.
I don't know. It's starting to annoy me. You know that SummerSlam is my favorite because it's as old as I am.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's adorable.
SummerSlam is as old as I am, which is very cute, very demure. One of my birthdays growing up, August 19th. So y'all know when you are going to give me gifts.
Fair.
Not that I demand gifts, but I'm just telling you that my birthday is on a Wednesday and it kind of sucks.
What?
Because do you celebrate the weekend before, the weekend after, or the entire month?
I mean, that's up to you. You live your best life. I am not one of those people that I don't request, I know people that they're adults and they're like, oh, I'm taking the day out of work. I'm like, what are you for?
I mean,
I get it. Go out to dinner with your loved ones, have a weekend, take a Friday or Saturday night, pound down if you want. Cool. You need to take the day off of work.
I like to sleep in, so I might take the day off work because it is in the middle of the week and I can actually sleep in. But I digress. August 19th, 2001. Best day of my life because
best day of your life.
Best day of my life because my parents ordered a pay-per-view.
Oh, hell yeah. Was that the gift? Was that your gift?
Yes, that was my gift, was ordering a pay-per-view, and I got to have a co-ed sleepover party.
Wait a minute. Co-ed?
Yeah.
That's risque.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to sleep, the boys and the girls sleep in separate rooms?
Yeah, we all slept in separate areas. We had a basement and then a upstairs and living room. And
was there any co-mingling?
Yeah.
Why make the rules if you're not going to adhere to the rules?
I'm 13. It's my parents' fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not questioning you. If you're going to make the rules that you're sleeping in separate rooms, how are you not on guard, making sure that whoever was in charge, your parent, whatever was in charge, should have been at the door. Should have been sitting on a chair at the door.
Nope, they went to bed and then we all were giggling and ha-haing and we were playing 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Of course. Spin the bottle? Were you doing spin the bottle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, do those games again? I don't know. I'm not part of the youth.
Yeah.
Are those games still are there different games now, or are those still the games?
I think that those are still the games.
Okay.
But again,
I mean,
I'm not a youth.
I would
I'm
just
not hanging out in
assume.
youth spaces.
Yeah, I would just assume that most kids
they don't know.
don't even hang out with each other anymore because I feel like nobody does anything fun anymore if you're young.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, are those still the games?
Mm.
Listen, when 7 Minutes in Heaven was coming at the party, when we knew that was starting, that was everybody was getting, that was anxious.
I will tell you.
Anxious. You didn't know who you were going to get matched up with. You're like, oh shit. Oh boy. You know, it was,
yeah, there were plenty of people that I kissed and I was like, ugh, gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember August 19th, 2001. My parents ordered the pay-per-view SummerSlam 2001 Alliance versus WWF. It was very cool. I mean, the main event was not what I wanted to see. It was the, Kurt Angle versus Stone Cold Steve Austin that I cared about.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about Booker T or The Rock that way for the WCW championship. But I will have to say, SummerSlam for me has always been like WrestleMania is great. And I understand that a lot of the money and everything is like, there are more eyes. But for me, SummerSlam has always felt very important because it does earmark the end of summer. It is the height of summer for me. Just the last few years have not felt the biggest party in the summer type of thing, like it just.
Yeah, but I feel like I can make an argument that WrestleMania hasn't felt that way either.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I am excited about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I am excited about CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Absolutely. Me too.
I'm not excited about Liv Morgan versus Io.
No, because we just saw it.
We just saw it.
Literally just saw it.
I'm not excited about this ladder match because it's going to be, Jade versus Charlotte Flair versus everyone else.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a ladder match. I'm sure it'll be, it'll have its spots and it'll be a fun, entertaining match. But again, if you're just going to be doing the same old people, it is what it is, but like, I agree with you. I think Seth and Roman have had their promos back and forth have been really good. Their promos have been really good back and forth. It's a big time match. I agree with you. And the Punk and Cody, the stuff that they did after Saturday night's main event last night, where Punk kind of lifted the belt up and it hit Cody in the head. And they had them arguing about it in the back. And then both of them yelling at the cameraman and like swearing at the cameraman, like, get out of here. Like, kind of making it feel real, I think I'm happy for those two matches. But at the same time, I'm also like, okay, and look the Hell in a Cell match is going to be fucking awesome. All right. Their first two matches were awesome. The Hell in a Cell match is going to be awesome. But Oba should be fighting for the world championship.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry. Is he going to win Is he going to beat Brock Lesnar? Yes, he is. Could that be Brock Lesnar's last match? Yes, it could be. Fine. But at the same time, it's also like he should be doing something more important. It's just, so we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the card shapes up. But yeah, I think they have two main events that are going to be good main events. And then the rest of the card is going to be kind of whatever, some good, some bad. But I just don't think, I don't know. We'll see. We got 2 weeks to get there. So I don't know.
I hate how early SummerSlam is this year. However, get over with it.
I mean, it used to be at the end of August, but now the last couple of years it's been right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning.
So it's kind of weird, but
also this last week, speaking of timing of things, WWE Worlds Collide, same city, same day as AEW All Out. What are your thoughts on that?
Why do I have to be punished because I like watching both companies?
Same time, same bad channel, like everything the same. And I get it. But like, there were people online who were upset. They're like, I already bought my All Out ticket and I would rather go see. Why would you rather go see it?
Well, first of all, I mean, listen, again, like what you like like what you like. If you like WWE better, okay, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. But if you bought a ticket to go see All Out,
you're going to see better wrestling.
Go to you're going
to get more for your money there.
Like, well, you're an idiot. Like, you have a ticket to All Out, go to All Out.
Go to All Out.
You're going to get way more wrestling on that show than you will again, I just, and this is the problem. When I say being punished, that fan or whoever said that, even though I question his logic, that fan he's being punished because there shouldn't be another wrestling show going up against All In where he has to feel that way. He should just be excited about going to All In. But because we're doing this again, which seems to be in almost every occurrence now, this one in the same city, which is a new step up for this. But it's just, again, like, I like watching both companies. I watch both companies, and the NXT roster is getting a real bad deal because it's always the NXT roster that they put up against these people. And those I'm not going to say they're not all kids, but those guys and gals that wrestle down there, they deserve the spotlight and have their own shows, and not half the wrestling community not watching them on big shows because WWE is trying to steal viewers or whatever they're trying to do.
So WWE Worlds Collide is at the Allstate Arena, which is in Rosemont, which is CM Punk's.
Big venue. It's a big venue.
It's a big venue. But just a little bit down I-90 is the Now Arena and Hoffman Estates. But like when you're looking at the thing, they're 20 minutes apart. 20 minutes apart. About 19 miles. Shows going on at the same time. How do people choose? And I just think it screams desperation on WWE's part.
I mean, again, like, to me, it's more pettiness than desperation. WWE is clearly still the number one ball.
Right,
AEW is not close.
I get it.
So like, but as somebody who watches both shows, I can say objectively, and again, if you disagree with me, that's fine. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't. But if you disagree with me, totally okay. You are allowed to. But I think objectively, AEW has been the better product for 18 months.
It is better for your money.
I would say longer than that, but objectively, for the last year to year and a half, I don't even think it's been that close for me.
So HUD over here says that Hoffman is harder to get to by train.
Hoffman is tough. I went to the first all out.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's like it's in its own thing, far away. You get trapped there. If you took an Uber, God bless. Plan to be there for 3 hours after that show. Plan to be there for 3 hours after that show.
There's one hotel there, or is there two?
There might be two, but it's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
And it's a good 25 minutes, half hour outside the city.
Outside of Chicago.
Yes.
And from we've gone because my husband's family is from Joliet. So we drove from Joliet to Hoffman Estates, which is not that far.
No.
Less than an hour. But can I tell you, we sat in that parking lot for a while.
Yeah, I bet.
And it was almost like, should we just because I can't remember is it an IHOP or a Denny's that's like right there on the corner? And there's oh no, it's going to bother me. I'm going to look at the map. But the Now Arena is not exactly around a lot of things. Like, you can't just walk to things.
Correct. Yeah, it's not like if you go to see in most places. If you go to if you were at Saturday night's main event last night,
there's a Cabela's there.
Yeah, if you were at Saturday night's main event last night, you could walk out of Madison Square Garden and walk a block over, and you're literally in New York City, where you can go to any restaurant, you can go anywhere you want. I went to SummerSlam in Nashville, same thing. You walked over the bridge for 5 minutes, and you're in downtown Nashville.
Yeah,
where you can do and go wherever you want. Hoffman Estates, where the Now Arena is, That is not the case.
There's a
That is not the
Culver's
case.
over there. There is a Japanese restaurant that's not too far. Within walking distance is that Target. And you bet your butt, when I was doing
Oh, yeah.
all the things, that Target saved my ass because it was so fucking sweaty and I needed
Yeah.
I needed more deodorant, can I tell you? But it's a thing that it's next to a highway, so things aren't exactly walkable. You know?
No.
Yeah, the Marriott is over there and the Holiday Inn is right there. And that's about it, guys. That's it. And I get it. But Hoffman Estates, the Now Arena, it is iconic. They like that's where the first All Out or All In was. Like, it's historical. There's a plaque. I get it for AEW. But for WWE, the reason why I call it desperate is it's not just competition at this time. They are, and it's not like, oh, they're taking money out of AEW's pocket for their own, which is greedy as shit. But it is counting on the shittiness of themselves to say, look, our product is going to be better, and siphoning off, which feels desperate. Why do they need to siphon off other Chicagoans, other people who are probably coming into O'Hare just to go to the fucking show and then leaving?
Yeah. I mean, they just, I mean, look at that. It's clear that they might feel like some people will bail on all out and go to their show, or, you know, if there's wrestling fans that are just traveling to Chicago just to be, maybe they're not going to the show, but they're going to be, you know, for all the other stuff that comes with big shows in the city like that. Oh, WWE is going to be here. All right, maybe I'll check that. You know, I think
I'll go to that because I know that product, or I know that thing. I'm not going to check out this new thing.
It's in Chicago. There's already a few people in the chat saying it, but what I was going to mention is for sure I would bet money that CM Punk is going to be involved in that
that's
show.
Where he's from.
Yeah,
that's
he's going to be. He might not wrestle, but he's going to make an appearance. They're going to promote that he's going to be there, which is another, you know, thing again. You know, it's just. And I think TK, because on the 24-hour stream, he was asked about it because Jeremy's good at what he does. And he was asked about it, and he said he takes it as a compliment. He takes it as a compliment, and he should. I think that.
I mean, they're not counter-programming TNA.
No.
They're not counter-programming NWA.
No. So I would take it as, to me, it feels like that this has made, at least the last handful of times they've done it, it's made WWE look worse.
Dumb.
Because AEW just, again, AEW just stays the course, and they just put on killer shows. And if you just stay the course, don't even pay attention, don't even fucking talk about it, don't even, just stay in your lane and focus on AEW, and you put out banger pay-per-views like Forbidden Door, like Dynasty, you just have a banger. All Out will be a banger. And then the next day on Monday, guess what? Nobody's going to be talking about When Worlds Collide. What is WWE booked? Honestly, what is WWE booked in the last calendar year that has made us, that we were all talking about it a week later, besides maybe Obafemi beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania?
That was about it.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas
Paige
I feel like,
returning.
yeah, but I feel like we're coming out of these AEW pay-per-views every time and being like, holy shit, man, what a show that was last night. Like, that was like the best wrestling show of the year so far. And we've said that for like 3 straight months. You know what I mean? So I just think, and yeah, Binky has it right, 100%. Now it's just, I don't know. To me, it comes off as extremely petty, but
yeah,
you know,
I don't know. I'm like over it. You know, like I just feel like so like,
yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah, and look, I don't know how much of this is the actual people that we know run the day-to-day of WWE and how much of it is the TKO side of it. My gut would tell me that it's more of the TKO business side of it than it is the Triple H, you know, running WWE side of it. But it's clear that they want to maximize, as you know, I mean, look, you talked about they want to make as much money as they can, and they want to squash every other company they can. The reason why they're not doing that with TNA is because they're making money off TNA because they're stealing, like not stealing, but Santana's going to show up on WWE soon. They already have Joe Hendry. They already have Jordan Gray. Like anybody that they want from TNA, they just take from TNA. So they're not going to squash TNA because that's a pretty good feeding ground for them to do whatever they want. AEW is competition to them. Like that's the enemy to them. And it's clear that they're doing whatever it takes to hurt that entity, which I get it. It's business, it's competition, but there's the right way to do it. And there's a petty way to do it. And I think that this crap at the end of the day, the only people that really punishes are, in my opinion, the wrestling, the NXT people, NXT roster for sure. But the wrestling fans that actually enjoy both companies. Because now, instead of just having when World's End, whatever the hell they're calling it, instead of just having that on its own night, so I just have another big wrestling show to watch, now I have to watch that on delay, or I have to kind of not end up watching it at all because I'm going to clearly be focused on All Out. And it's just like, well, that's, I want to watch all the things. So you're really punishing me.
Too.
You're really punishing me. Peggy, I will say, for as much as we're ragging on WWE, I think that is actually a great business decision by WWE because the rumor was AEW was going to run this super show with all the indies because WrestleMania is in Saudi. That probably still will happen, I think, which will be a fun time. But WWE kind of getting ahead of it and being like, hey, guys, New York City, we're going to do an NXT show. We're going to do a AAA show. And then we can all watch
an ROH show.
Mania.
I need an ROH show, man.
And then like a watch party for Mania.
Hell
like
yeah.
That is a really, really, to me, that's a smart business decision by WWE. Whereas the going against AEW and all that shit is petty. Like I saw that and I was like, that's really smart of them to do that. That is really smart of them to do that. And now you got ahead of it. So now you're going to have maybe some of the wrestling community. Yeah, the Hall of Fame, I would bet, was probably there too. That would be a smart thing to do, the Hall of Fame in New York as well, instead of over.
It is more accessible, correct?
Yeah. And you're just going to, I thought that was actually a really smart and good choice by them, oddly enough. So, but who knows? I still hope that Tony and the other big independent things create an alternative to that, though, and go, hey, we're having this big friggin' WrestleFest weekend or whatever the hell they're going to call it over here where we're doing all this. There's going to be GCW shows and AEW shows and New Japan's coming over. Like I want that type of thing to happen for sure. But we'll see. I don't know.
Well, lots of things going on. Next week, we will be doing a preview of AEW Redemption.
I'm going to be at AEW Redemption.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can talk about when we can record it.
Oh yeah. I was going to tell you after the show. I didn't want, but I, luckily enough, I got media access to AEW Redemption.
So you're going to go.
I'm going to be in the press conference after. I'm going to be doing the whole dang thing.
Okay. Well, cry for me.
I will.
Okay.
Young Bucks versus Ospreay and Mox. You kidding me, bro? I wasn't expecting that match to happen. That's gonna be good.
Okay. Well, cry for me.
I will.
And ask all the questions. I'll text you questions to. Please do.
But yes, I obviously I didn't know whether I was gonna. I filed it like everybody does, or if you but I've always been told no. I've always got the no. So I was like, I'm going to do it. It's only a 4.5 hour ride. It's not terrible. I'm going to do it. And I actually got an email back earlier this week that said I was approved. And I was like, well, that's a first. So there we go.
Well, any final words?
No, I mean, again, like I thought AEW was very strong this week. I actually liked Raw a lot too. I know we didn't really talk about it, but I liked Raw. And I just, again, I thought the next couple of weeks are going to be fun. We have Redemption next week and SummerSlam the week after. So 2 straight weeks of some big time shows happening here. We didn't even mention the G1, but that's going on. They had their But I mean, it's still early on.
Poor Shota. Taken out.
Hurt. Yeah, he's taken out. But
he's taken out.
They had some Suji lost his match last night. They had some Zack Sabre Jr. lost his match this weekend. So they had some big time, some surprising finishes, I would say, in the G1. But yeah, but that's really still at the beginning. So, you know, we're not like at the nitty gritty yet of that or anything like that. But there's, like Mike said, happy wrestling. There's just a lot to watch, whether you like or whatever. There's always something to watch. And my baseball team's never going to lose again. And yeah.
Well, Athena is still your forever champion, surpassing Roman Reigns. And I just think that women are better than men. That's my final thoughts. I love women's wrestling, and you are going to have to pry it out of my cold, dead fingers.
Fair enough. It is impressive. It's an impressive amount of time she's been the champion.
JPJ, where can we find you on this wonderful internet?
You can find me at JPJ Loves Gaming on all social media platforms. I am here every Sunday, recorded or live. We are here every Sunday at noon here. And then Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern over on Love Wrestling with Pluggo. My man, Pluggo was on the 24-hour stream. He got the pop on there for a little bit, as did you. Yeah, we do Between Two Beards on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Have a couple big shows lined up here over the next couple weeks. So be on the lookout. You can follow us at B2 Beards everywhere as well.
B2 Beards.
B2 Beards.
Can you bully Pluggo to get a haircut?
If you would like me to, I can, yes.
Because last night on his stream with the wonderful Ella J.
Ella. We love Ella.
Ella got a brand new haircut. And then he tried to show his hair. I was like,
well, he's a sad boy, so he has like the droopy, you know. We grew up as emo kids. We were in the scene, man. So he, you know, if I take my hat off, I have a heart, like I have a similar, it's shorter, but like I have the hard part / you know, whatever.
Bully him.
I will. I have no problem bullying Pluggo. I like bullying Pluggo. Oh, also Wednesday nights after Dynamite, me, Pluggo, and our pal Drew Nicholas do Dynamite Up, the post show that me and Jose on the air, our pal Jose started. So we do that over on Body Slam after Dynamite's on Wednesdays as well. So that's where you can find me wrestling wise.
Well, you can find me anywhere there is social media _queer auntie. Y'all, I'm enjoying my summer break of not having any other streams going on because I needed a break. I think that's where I mentally was like, I'm on stream too many times. I'm invited to too many post shows. So it's just kind of nice that this is my only live stream. And then I do have a podcast. What is my podcast called? Oh yeah, it's called Peak Millennials Podcast. We took the week off because my co-host went on a fucking cruise.
Oh,
this last week.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. We're gonna be recording, and they went on a cruise. It was for their anniversary, one of their kids' birthdays.
Oh, they brought the kids.
Another kid birthday. Yeah, they brought their kids with them.
You want to go on a cruise, just the adults. You don't want the kids there.
I just think it's so crazy that like their wedding anniversary, their youngest daughter and their oldest daughter's birthday, all within the same week.
Planned, I assume.
Yeah, planned.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But still kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But you can find me there. I'm enjoying my summer off. If you want to see me doing more streams, let me know. Let me know down in the chat if you want to see me do more streams, doing more things. I'll be doing more things eventually. I'm enjoying my summertime, and I'm trying to get all this stuff.
Look at this. The summer ain't for working, man. The summer shouldn't be for working. It ain't for working. It ain't for working.
I'm just enjoying sitting on this patio.
Yeah.
You know, drinking a glass of whatever and reading my book. And
hell yeah.
That's what I'm doing. And if you're watching this still, hi, hello. This is Fightful Overbooked. We just did a 24-hour charity stream towards NAMI. If you still want to donate to NAMI, you can. Otherwise, check out our other videos. We do have In the Weeds going Monday through Friday. That is with Jeremy Lambert, who went the 24 hours. We have Joel and SP3 rounding out that fun crew. We also have Coexisting with Rob and Maggie on Fridays. They break down the week in wrestling. The Spotlight, Steven Johnson, going I think Thursdays, I think Saturdays. I don't know when they go live. But they are back on the schedule. And then of course us, coast to coast, with your two favorites. And I emphasize favorites because we are your favorites.
I don't know how I can't be. So
we're so warm and fuzzy.
I was gonna say I'm so cheery and happy. So.
We love you guys so much. Please be kind to each other. Stay safe, and we'll go coast to coast.
Any raccoons? I didn't mean to interrupt your outro there, but don't pet raccoons.
Yes. Long live Jimothy. Bye.